Welcome to my final video presentation of intelligent system. Here in this video, I'm going to present my final project, which is on the topic natural language processing. In this project, what we are going to do is that we will provide a user with an interface where user will be able to enter their sentiment, and based on that sentiment, we will predict whether the sentiment is positive review or negative review. So in order to start first, I have here Visual Studio Code. First of all, let me open my project folder and I will run the project, and how it will work, I will demonstrate it. Here is my folder called ISY503 assessment tree. So here inside this folder there are a code. So first of all, I need to run this code. So in order to run the code, what I need to do is that since this is a web application, because we are providing user with a browser interface to enter the sentiment data. So I have used the Flax framework. It is a Python web framework to run the web application. So user will be entering their sentiment from the front end, and it will be trained from the back end, and user will be provided whether his or her review is positive or negative. So in order to run the Flax, we have to enter the Flax run command. This will run the command. As you can see, as I enter that one, it will provide me with a URL. This URL helps me to access the web application. If I enter this in the web browser, my web application will run. Now here, it's just a simple minimalistic page. I haven't done anything fancy, just to provide the brief concept about the project. I have implemented a simple minimalistic design. Here you can provide the review. For example, let the first review be, this movie is interesting. As this is a positive review, we know. Let us do the question mark also, because I have done the clean text. It will remove the punctuation and unnecessary symbol from the application. And after this, I can press the predict button. When I predict, it starts processing, but it will not immediately give the answer because the processing power is too much low. So it will take a lot of time to import through the models, and it will generate a response in a while. For that time being, my web application is running here. It's already getting the response, it says. And now let me explain the coding part. So here are my files, and first folder is the sentiment data. Here I have positive, negative, and on-label sentiment. All the sentiments from the given template is inside this folder, and they are separated based on their positive, negative, and say on-label sentiments. So these are the sentiment folder. This is the UI part template, because Flax UI part is inside the template folder. This is the virtual environment, and the environment needs to run the Python framework. And these two are the main code which I'm going to demonstrate. So whenever user enters this URL in the browser, what happens? The first part is always that in Flax Python framework, app.py is executed. App.py is executed, and here you can see this code is executed. In this code, app.root. When the user root is null, nothing means only the URL. Slash means only the URL. We will be written with the template called index.html. When the application is open, index.html is rendered. Where it is inside the template folder. Always the UI part, the rendering template part is also always inside the template folder. So index.html is executed. This page we gonna see when we enter the URL in the web browser. And so this is just a simple HTML. I have used the Bootstrap to still design the UI. So here you can see the text that you have been seeing, and this is the form that you are entering the sentiment. So here, when the user enters the sentiment enter in your review here, then user press the predict button. What gonna it happen? It gonna submit this form into the action /predict again. And last time it was only the slash, now it's gonna be /predict. So where it's gonna go? It's gonna go again back to the app.py. So in app.py we have the /predict also. This is the main entry point of the backend side. So when the user enters the predict button, and the method is post, means they are posting something through the UI, and this predict function is executed. And this predict function, what it does, it gets the review from the user. New review is just a text field, ID of the text field. Here it is a new review. Whatever enters into input into user inputs into this input, this new review will grab that one, and after grabbing that one, it will store that part in the new review variable. And from that, the sentiment variable is kept empty. And after that one, sentiment analysis page will be imported. Sentiment analysis is this one. All the codes will be imported from this one, but we are still inside the app.py folder. So what is gonna happen, you do this one is that the just now enter text will pass to the clean text function. Where the clean text function is? It's inside the sentiment analysis function part. Here we have the clean text function. It can clean all the unnecessary symbols and punctuation that are in the user input. For example, I have the question mark, it will be removed from this one. So after cleaning the text, what is going to happen is that it's going to get the clean text, clean new review, cleaned in the clean text, and it's going to pass to the model function. Again, this model is in the sentiment analysis. So where we have the sentiment model, we have the model here. It uses the Adam optimizer and it trains the data by using the positive review, negative review, and everything that are inside that review, and it will iterate through the model. So we have the, where is the positive review? Here is the positive review. And where it loads from the data, it loads from the positive folder. Where is the positive folder? Here is the positive folder. It gets the positive folder, negative folder, and it loads the data. It loads the data, it cleans everything again in the backend, and it processes all the information and it returns whether the sentiment is positive, negative, or unlabeled or something like that. So it's repeating, it is training the model. We have only epoch 0 and epoch 1. Once it's done with the 10 epochs, obviously we're gonna see the response. The further part is that we have this library used. We are using NumPy, Panda, Torch, and everything, the optimizer, to train our model. So this is the brief introduction of the part, and everything in the assessment brief is done here. We can see that one here, and let us wait for the 10 epochs, and we will be seeing the response here in our user UI. So we have done the 9 epochs here, and let us see whether the response is generated in the front end or not. So you can see the review is negative. It's quite, accuracy is too low, but we have to put more in order to get the good review. So the movie is bad, negative response, it's good. The book is interesting, it's positive. The book is interesting, it's positive, yes. So some part is working, some part is not working. That means we have to iterate more to train our model. Only with 9 inputs, we still getting the positive and negative review. It's good enough for the project, I think, to demonstrate. So this is much for now. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye-bye.